In this video, I'm going to talk to you about flipping your classroom and using Screencastify or whatever video software you want to use to make videos. I had a request to talk about not just what would be good about it, but like how I would do this, since I've been doing this since the beginning of the year now. I think flipping the classroom is great because it allows you to give consistent and direct instructions to your students the same way for every kid. Some kids find it easier to follow a video that's directed especially to them. You can give them paper manipulative or a digital document as well that they can follow along with as you're doing your video, but I think that helps direct their attention. Many of my students find it easier to follow a video than to follow me in person. And I'll be honest with you, it's the kids that have trouble in class that are better at it. The kids that follow along in class very well, they're going to follow a video just as well, but I pick up a lot of those stragglers. That's pretty nice. Absent and virtual kids can get the exact same instructions that you're giving your in-person kids. So how nice is that? If you want a kid to get caught up, they just watch the video. Confused kids or kids that get lost or are absent a day, they can go back and find sequential instructions, and all you have to do is say, find step 2, and go from there. And then think about the accommodations that you're providing for your students who may be on IEPs and how great that is that they could go back and get those instructions several times. I think that's probably the weakest argument for doing this, because a lot of my students that need that extra help, they really benefit from it in person. But I've got more time to work with them because my other students are getting these really direct instructions, and a 20-minute lesson in person from years past is now like a 5-minute video. Everything's super condensed and direct. So I would suggest, instead of flipping your entire classroom model, that you would start with an assignment, and I would pick a lesson that you've done several times throughout the years, one that you know every step by heart, and you've honed the lesson and you've honed your instruction so that you can put it into a video. You know what student questions are going to be, you know where the difficult points are going to be, and you can kind of head that off at the pass. I would suggest that the next step is that you still write yourself a little script or a to-do list. I'm showing you the one for this video right now. Make sure your instructions are clear. If you provide extensive examples, maybe find a way to add them at the end so that it's not distracting or taking time away from the direct instruction. Because remember, the videos are going to be good for going back and rewinding and having the students watch them again. Then at the end, they can find the practice material there if that's something that you're building into your video. My students play along with chord progressions at the end. That's pretty specific to guitar, but maybe you've got something that they just need to keep doing, and they can do that at the end. Finally, edit. So you're going to want to get rid of your vocal fillers, get rid of the coughing, get rid of the rambling, get rid of the technical difficulties, get rid of extraneous info that is going to take away from direct, concise instruction in your video. You should add some titles so students can find the steps that they want. So step 1, step 2, and so on. They can scroll through the video. They can find it if they get lost or don't understand what the step is. They can go right back to it. So if they get lost or if they need that step again, they can drag along the YouTube bar and find that info really, really quickly. And try to make your video about 5 minutes long. So the instruction should be 5 minutes. Now, if you put examples in there, you can put those at the end so that the students have something to practice with, like I mentioned before, but they don't have to actually watch that when they're just getting the instructions. Then what I do is assign the video as homework. I have them watch it at home, then maybe do like an exit ticket to make sure they watch it. It's got a couple questions that are going to gauge their understanding. So it's just like 2 or 3 things. Did you get this information? Do you feel ready to work on this on your own? Do you need teacher help? What do you need? So something like that, just making sure that they're ready to go. And I always start class with a quick review, and then class is work and facilitation time. I'm having a lot of great luck. I have tried to, in my guitar classes, I've tried to teach skills. So I find that teaching a skill is based a lot on that time spent doing it. And if you're teaching a lesson that involves a skill, then I think that you'll find flipping the classroom very helpful, because you can have the kids watch it on their own. You can help those kids that are going to need some help. But I'm finding that most kids are able to get it from the video. And if they're having trouble, you can direct them back to the video, or you can help them depending on that student and how well you know them. I'd love to answer more questions, but I am by no means an expert on this stuff. But send me an email, talk to me in person, or I guess put a question in the comments. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.